wondered if life offered you a second chance, an opportunity for you to be able to amend the mistakes, the challenges, but also to be able to get back on the drawing board. Now, at Central Girls Vocational School, they do offer help and assistance to young teenage mothers, but also to girls who are struggling, to ensure that they are able to attain the basic skills in terms of being able to earn a living, from cosmetology to fashion and design, hairdressing, name it. Now, this does play a contributory role in ensuring that these girls are actually empowered, they can earn a living, they can start a business and be able to redefine their life. But this also contributes to issues around ending gender-based violence, issues around ending discrimination, poverty, and aim towards socio-economic development. This is Education Forum. My name is Cheslin Ankunda, and we take you into what we have for this week's episode. Now we are joined by Miss Elizabeth Kalemera, who is the National Coordinator of Anthill Foundation. And we like to know the correlation between Anthill and Central Girls Vocational School, but also any other business that she has to tell us. You are welcome, Miss Elizabeth.
Thank you very much.
Yes, please say hello to our viewers and tell us who Elizabeth is.
Hello world, my name is Elizabeth Kalemera. I'm a social worker by training and I lead the team at the Anthill Foundation, Uganda. I welcome you very much to Masungwe in Luweero District.
Thank you so much. And we are feeling at home. So I would like to know, what is the correlationship between Anthill and Central Girls Vocational School?
So Anthill Foundation is a non-profit organization that is founded in 2003, and our core business is focusing on education, health and livelihood. So we have the mandate to serve countrywide, and right here in Luweero District we established a school re-entry program at the Central Girls Vocational School. So Anthill Foundation is the mother of Central Girls Vocational School. And here the focus is promoting second chance to education for adolescent girls and young women that have been affected by teenage pregnancy, child marriage, and they're out of school. We are saying there's an opportunity to come back to school, attain an education, attain a skill, use it to better your life so that you can thrive, but also be in a better position to take care of yourself, your child, and your community at large. So that is the business that we're looking at.
Interesting. When you mention teenage mothers,
Yes.
when you mention giving a second chance,
Yes.
but also when you mention that Anthill has a correlation with education,
Yes.
why at this particular moment, but also what criteria do you use to have these girls? Because you know there are so many of them out there. Someone watching would think, oh, I can take my girl there. What criteria do you use to have these girls?
Okay. So as an institution, the focus is on school re-entry for young mothers. And the reason as to why we do this is, in this season, is derived at national level because the government of Uganda launched a national campaign in 2021 which is focusing on addressing teenage pregnancy, child marriage, but also the component of parenting to make sure that as we are raising a young generation, we have better young leaders, we have better young women and boys as well who can contribute meaningfully to the development of our country. So we subscribe to that campaign because we understand that there is a cost if we do not take action to reverse the challenges that our young adolescent girls are facing, particularly when they drop out of school. So here the main criteria for somebody to be in position to subscribe into our program is you should be out of school and you really want to get back and attain a skill, a young mom. And we also have provision that as a young mother, you can come to school with your child, do your program and get back into the community when you have completed. So
how old should the child be? If I have my child who is maybe 7 years, 8 years, am I allowed to come with a child to this school or?
So ideally we look at a young mom in the age bracket of 13 to 21. And then most of them, we consider a girl who has a baby 6 months going up. Most of the children that we have here are between 6 months and 2 years. And the reason as to why we give an opportunity to a young mom and their child is because we have done a program before in partnership with the Aga Khan Foundation, where we had many young girls. It was a COVID response program. Many young girls wanted to get back into school, but they had nowhere to leave their children. So why deny this kind of young girl an opportunity? Instead, focus on having facilities that can accommodate the mother and the child so that they can successfully complete the education cycle and get back into the society and carry on with their lives. So that is what we look at, not just one generation, but multiple generations supported, and we know that we increase their chances to thrive.
Thank you so much. Also, if you could comment on the fact that usually such programs have themes, have initiatives that they are running under, but also have a component of sustainability and what exactly they intend to achieve. Is there a program that you're running this under? Is there a slogan? Is there anything that you think actually builds a foundation to this cause?
So for us, this program runs under the Power Her Up. Right here where we are seated at the Central Girls Vocational School, it is our home. We deal in agriculture to kind of see that we can sustain ourselves, sustain the school, but also be in position to produce for the community. So please come and support us, procure from us. We produce a number of things. The girls produce a number of things that we can sell and get back into taking care of the program in class, in the dormitory, and all over the entire system of the school. So we want to see that in a few years to come, we are in position to cover our costs, take care of the girls, because it's not a cheap program running a school re-entry program. But we are trying to see how we can build a sustainability system where the school can independently stand and support the young generation that keeps coming in periodically.
Thank you. Talking about women's financial liberation, I know this is a struggle that we have had to talk about day in, day out.
Yes.
But also the role and impact it does contribute towards gender-based violence and all the other sources of discrimination. What courses do you offer, but also why these particular courses?
So our approach is kind of all round. The girls come in here and they have particular programs they want to do. We have a tailoring, a fashion tailoring and garment cutting class. We have cosmetology and beauty therapy. We have compulsory classes like agriculture is compulsory, computer classes are compulsory for everybody. We have life skills and personal development that is also compulsory, because beyond the skill they are attaining, be it catering, cosmetology or tailoring, they need added ingredients that will help them cope in the world of work, help them be better as they carry on with their lives. So we have the selectives that they do, but we also have the compulsory ones, like parenting, it's compulsory, life skills, personal development, so that when they go out, they are an all-round person who understand how to carry themselves, how to take care of their child, deal with clientele, grow their businesses, deal with money. Financial literacy class is compulsory for everybody, so that we understand money matters. How do I grow money? How do I grow my business? How do I grow a network? How do I build myself and make sure that when I start a project or a business, I grow it beyond even the country, in the country and beyond. So we are looking at building an all-round student who has a skill, but they also have added advantages that can help them cope at different levels in the community, at national level and international, because now we are living in a global village. So yes.
Amazing, amazing. When you talk about computer skills, when you talk about all those other aspects,
Yes.
I understand that some of these teenage mothers perhaps have not been able to proceed much more with the other education system.
Yes.
How easy is it for you to make it more friendly, but also more easy to understand with these technologies, with these typing skills, but also being able to read and understand and incorporate the same knowledge?
So true. We have a challenge where we have many of the school dropouts that get back into school. they are at low levels. So we have side classes that help them catch up with class. We have students that come in here and they cannot carry themselves or do work in English, read or write. The orientation season starts covering the basics, writing, reading, speaking, and then the facilitators we have on ground understand the category of the young girls that we work with. So we do not run as a formal school. We understand that our young people we are working with need an extra support. So we do not take them at a rate you would take an advanced learner, but we start with the beginner steps and then carry it forward to make sure they can cope when they're in an ICT class, they can cope when they're in their tailoring class, and when they sit their youth tab exams, they're in position to read for themselves, they're in position to, cope and execute whatever tasks or projects they have to execute. So it's kind of a process, but we have learned to work with them bit by bit, and you'd be amazed. Some of the girls that are graduating today, if you saw them when they had just walked in, today your mind would be blown away because it's a totally different person that you'd be interacting with today.
Interesting. So when you talk about the competence-based curriculum where the government is running to ensure that we have critical thinking,
Yes.
to ensure that we have hands-on, but also soft skills like team building and teamwork. How is that envisioned here at Central Girls Vocational?
That focus is incorporated into our personal development curriculum, where we see that our young people have the basic life skills they need. They are aware, they are in position to advocate for themselves, they are in position to create, they understand what is going on and what they are working towards. So for us, we appreciate the direction that the government of Uganda, through the Ministry of Education, the direction they are taking, because it brings out the importance of our young people to be hands-on, to get practical, because that way they get to internalize and understand and do what is expected of them. So we fully embrace it, and I think we are working well and coping with the new pathways, the education pathways.
Interesting. As we wind up,
Yes.
I would also like to get your view on when these girls graduate, like today, when they graduate,
Yes.
how prepared are they for the real life exposure? But also, is there a time where maybe they are supported to set up initiatives, or now do they start struggling again? Or is there a call to action to those you think would actually be of importance in this cause?
Since we started this work, the agenda has been working towards building a network of collective actors where we are supporting not only the girl child but also the boys as well. As they finish school, for us, the girls that get out of here, we walk a journey with them past school of 1 year, where we see them transition into the world of work, and we get to see if we can support them get connected to different business holders, to get mentored, to get inspired, but also get the support they need to start up, okay? So this kind of work is not doable on your own. It is better when you work in networks, and that is what we have built. As an institution, we work through different networks at national level, at district level, and even beyond. And it has helped us link the girls to different spaces, which has helped them establish businesses and also get work opportunities. So yes, I challenge different stakeholders to get on board and support such initiatives, because at the end of it all, when our young generation thrives, we as an economy, as a society, we thrive. So it is a win-win.
Amazing. And just briefly, what does empowerment and education of a girl child mean to you?
When I look at a girl child, I look at myself. For example, Tracelyn. As Elizabeth, I wouldn't be in position to sit in this chair and have this discussion with you if an opportunity to second chance was not provided for someone like me. I am a beneficiary of second chance education. I have been a young parent at the age of 16. And if school re-entry did not work out for me, I wouldn't have been in position to promote something like this, opening doors and opportunities for more young people. So when we call upon the general public to support such agendas, it comes from a space of experience, knowing that today I can meaningfully contribute to my country, even other countries, okay, because of the power of second chance. So even when I go to different schools and communities, I challenge the same. Let us do collective, let us do action collectively to make sure that our children, when they rise, they do not lose it, but they make us proud, and we have as many success stories as possible. Today I am proud of the woman I am because somebody took time to invest into my own path. So it is very easy for me to pay it forward because I can see the good that is happening in my life, and I wish the same for more and more young people. Today my daughter is an economist. If somebody did not provide that second chance for me, I wouldn't have completed university.
One of the courses offered here at Central Girls Vocational is cosmetology. Now we get to understand what are the challenges, but also what appreciations has Awori Agnes been able to appreciate, and how has the course been like for her. Hello Agnes, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Kindly tell us more about yourself and how you came to be here at Central Girls.
Hello, my name is Awori Angel. Before I came to Central Girls, I was staying with my grandmother in the village. I heard about Central Girls Vocational School at the church from our pastor. I got interested, so I joined Central Girls Vocational School. When I joined, I decided to enter in cosmetology, so I studied cosmetology.
Was it easy for you to join, or were there some other technicalities that came along the way?
No. It was very easy for me to join because I was so interested in joining.
So there's so many courses offered. Why cosmetology? Is it interest, is it passion, or is it what you love to do?
It's so interesting, and also I love cosmetology. So I was interested in it, that's why I chose cosmetology.
And maybe also, how do you see yourself after attaining this course, and how happy are you, and how do you think this has changed your life?
I'm very, very happy about it because we are already graduating. But before the graduation today, I was already working.
Oh. So you're already earning something?
I'm really earning. I'm very happy because I'm already earning.
Interesting. Thank you. Thank you so much. And yes, anything else you'd like to add? A message to the funders, to your grandmother?
Well, I thank them just for raising me, and the message that I can just give is the message that I give the girls out there, that when you have something that you're interested in, just do it, because it's really good to
Thank you so much, Agnes. Now, of course, education continues to be vital in terms of women empowerment. Thank you so much, and thank you for joining us, Agnes. We hope to see you next time.
Thank you so much.
We are joined by Letitia Birungi, a student here at Central Girls Vocational School, who will be able to tell us what experience she went through, but also how she believes that education of a girl child is very important, and her perspectives, what she learned, lessons, and how she's able to go out in community and explore all the opportunities with the knowledge that she has been given. Now, hello Letitia, how are you?
I'm fine.
Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
Kindly tell our viewers your names, who you are, would love to know you.
My name is Virungi Letitia. I have been studying cosmetology and beauty therapy, and I come from Namayengo district.
Oh, Namayengo. It's amazing to meet you. What has been your motivation? How were you able to join this institution?
To join this institution, it was my elder sister who encouraged me and brought me to Central Girls Vocation School, so that she gave me a second chance in my life as a girl child. Because I had messed up, but by God's grace, she took over.
Oh, that's inspiring, and thank you to your sister. So, why this particular course? There are so many other courses. You could have chose fashion, you could have chose anything else, but you decided to go with cosmetology. Why did you choose this particular course? Was it passion, or did you love naturally things to do with cosmetics?
For this course, I loved it, and I had that heart of doing it. That's why I had that desire to come and do cosmetology, so that I can bring up my future in a good way. Many people inspired me, the one I saw from outside there, so I had also to do the same. Yes.
Interesting. So again, how has your experience been here? How long have you been here? And how best do you think you have benefited?
Actually, I've been here for 6 months so far, and I have benefited a lot from this school and in my course, because I've learned different things. I've learned how to make liquid soap. I have learned how to make sweets, books. So it has inspired me a lot, even in my school. Even when I go outside there, I'm able to carry out those young mothers outside there. And they also join the same thing.
Thank you. So you talk about the different exposures that you've gotten, how you're able to make soap and all that. Was it you alone? Were there some other girls that were able to benefit?
There were some girls who were able to benefit because they had to teach all of us so that we get that knowledge.
So given a mandate or capacity, do you think if you, for example, started making soap, it would be one way for you to earn a living? Or is it entirely the cosmetics that you chose to take?
It's only not the cosmetics which I will take, because when I failed to get a capital for cosmetics or salon, it is able for me to get there the ingredients for liquid soap I start up as I earn for salon.
What was your experience like in terms of getting the knowledge? Was it easy? Did you find it free? Is it something that was so flexible, especially that you came with a passion of beauty and beauty therapy, but now you're doing soap? Or did you see it as an opportunity to explore other alternatives?
I saw it as an opportunity, and I liked it so much because I didn't get any problem when my teachers were giving me that chance to face them and I talked to them. So I got that love so much for my course and also for soap, which made me carry all the love. Yeah.
Okay, so to the many young girls out there in Namayengo, to the many young girls out there in different districts, what message would you give them to inspire them that even when things along the way might not go as we desire them, there is always a second chance, just like our Central Girls was able to do?
To my fellow young girls, my fellow young mothers, I encourage you not to give up, because when you give up, you will not manage this earth. And I encourage our parents to give us a second chance, at least to do another thing. If we messed up once, let them give us another chance. My young sisters, my young mothers, let's listen to our parents, let's obey, let's respect. It will help us and give us a chance in our future.
Amazing. You tell us, being a mother, were you with your child here, or did you leave the child at home, or does Central Girls offer an opportunity for such young girls who have gone through some of those challenges to be able to come with their children?
Yeah, Central Girls helped us so much, and it helped me so much. I came here with my child. I studied for the 6 months with her. When she gets sick, they take her to the hospital for free. And I didn't have any stress that either my daughter is there, she needs medicine. No, I was here with her for the 6 months. And then I encourage those young mothers who are there to come with their babies at Central Girls Vocation School.
Now that you graduate, what is your next step in terms of financial empowerment, but also being able to put the course that you have studied into practice?
As I have graduated today, I have a lot of plans, but for now I'm thinking of going and have another experience in what I have been learning. After then, I will have also that heart to employ myself. Yes.
Amazing. In your last words, what 2 sentences or 3 sentences, or what keeps you moving that you would call upon all young girls and women to be able to be as strong as you are? Because giving up sometimes people find it easy, and pushing on is a bit hard. How best do you motivate them from your own story to be part of pushing through?
From my own story, I encourage those young mothers not to take things easier, because when you pass through a situation, I know and I feel it is hard because I've ever passed through it. But when you encourage yourself and you love yourself first, it is possible for you to carry out other things, because many have made mistakes. They have made suicide just because of small issues, or sometimes they get trauma. But if you can speak to yourself, you have that resilience in you. You can make up and build up yourself, because women, we are empowered.
Thank you so much, Letitia, for that amazing contribution. But also, we would love to say that we've been listening in from Letitia Birungi, although from Namayengo, but also has been able to graduate from Central Girls Vocational School under the course of cosmetology and beauty therapy. She inspires so many young girls out there to continue achieving your dreams, no matter what challenges that you continue to face in life. Thank you so much for joining us.
Welcome.
Right. Creativity and fashion is one of those ventures that young people continue to be at the front line. Today you will see this trend, the next day you will see the other trend. But also, fashion for transformation and fashion for economic empowerment is a conversation that we must have. I am now joined by Rebecca, a student who has been doing fashion and design here at Center for Girls Vocational School. And she's able to tell us how has the experience been, but also what lessons and how is she ready to venture and be part of the global young people that are transforming through fashion and design. You're welcome, Rebecca.
Thank you.
Kindly say hello to our viewers and tell us who Rebecca is.
Hello UBC, my name is Nargo Rebecca Shamila, a student of fashion and design here at Central Girls Vocational School. Yes.
Yes, how long have you been here?
8 months so far.
8 months.
Yes.
What motivated you? Why fashion? Is it the trend? Do you want to be a hot girl out there, or?
I love fashion since childhood. I love fashion. My dream was to become a fashion designer. So when I see you putting on a dress,
You're already seeing how is this, how is it made, what were they thinking of?
Even this one I'm putting on right now, I'm the one who saw it. So before coming here, after my secondary section, there in VAC, I had nothing to do, money was not there. I did some jobs, but my mind was on fashion and design. So after like 8 months, my uncle called me and he told me that there is a school in Royal District and you can take courses for 6 months like that, 1 year, what you love. So I asked him, you have fashion and design? He told me yes. So I told my mom. My mom said, why don't you take hairdressing? Why not this? Why not bakery? I told her I want fashion and design. So I'm very, very happy because I'm here. Right now, I have something to do. I have a skill, yes.
Interesting. A skill, you say it is passion. Could we say it is a mixture of passion and money? Or for you, it is just the passion, even though you don't make money, it is
Passion,
okay.
of course. Even if you tell me, you help me here, it's okay.
So yours is more of fashion than if you're able to make money out
When
of
I
it or
start
not.
trained, I just ran to my teacher. This and this. How can I do it? So
So
life moves on.
as a young girl, growing towards the trend of fashion, and particularly now that you're able to graduate from the same course, how do you intend to use the same to empower other young women in?
How do you benefit from me to be a fashion
Are you
designer?
willing to teach others?
Of course,
Yes.
I'm willing to teach others, young girls like me, who love fashion and design, crafts, all. I'm ready to manage, to teach them.
So during your classes here, how has it been like? How long would you study in a day? Or what are some of those new trends that you're able to bring on board? Maybe if you could explain to us, just like you say that you're able to make this dress and it's
Yes.
looking very nice.
Thank you.
Yes.
Uh,
How long were you studying in a day? Is it a
Like
full day?
full day,
Mm.
yes, up to 4.
And then in terms of interaction with the teachers,
Mm.
was it like a teacher and a student, or was it like a teacher and other students?
Teachers, press students, all
Mm.
we do the same.
Okay, so apart from fashion, are there some other skills that Central Girls has been able to equip you with? And if you could share with us.
Yes, I have learned how to make liquid soap, sweets, books. Yes.
Okay. Then also, if you are to tell us a story of so many other young girls whom you feel are actually going to be inspired by you, what should be the cause of us not giving up?
You should not give up, and all in all, you should put God first, and you believe in yourself that you can do it in everything you want to do. Just put God first, then you give it time. When you give it time and you put in more love in it, you can do it. Just giving it time, everything. Because even me here, it has been difficult by my side, but I have managed, and I thank God that I'm here. Yeah, that's what I can say.
That's good. So after finalizing your course here, do you intend to have like a fashion brand of your own, or are you just going to keep waiting for us to come and say, I am looking at this design, can you help me do the dress?
Actually, I want to start up my own business, but not right now, because I'm from just studying. I just want to go somewhere, I ask for a job, so that I can keep on practicing it. Before doing my own business, I first learn more things. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. And it's been amazing having to listen from you on your experience with the fashion industry, but also on your experience with Central Girls Vocational School. And I hope that her story does inspire so many of us who would actually love to join the creative industry, but also it is a side important thing that you can have a skill that even when you have another profession, you needed such skills. So thank you so much, Shamira, for joining us. And we want to wish you the very best after graduation and hope that God opens so many doors and opportunities for you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Administration, governance, and structure is very key in running any given institution. Now we get to listen in from the principal of the Center for Girls Vocational School, Central Girls Vocational School, who is Mr. Magezi Chrysostom. And the name, say hello to our viewers.
Hello, viewers. Thank you so much. Magezi Chrysostom, the principal, Central Girls Vocational School.
Yes, so principal, would like to know what courses do you offer, but also what teaching mechanisms do you put in place to ensure that these women and young girls are able to get that knowledge?
Okay, at Central Girls Vocational School, we have hairdressing, we have cosmetology, we have tailoring and fashion and garment design, we have agribusiness, we have ICT, we have entrepreneurship. Yes.
Yes. What mechanisms do you use in teaching?
At Central Girls, mostly we are looking at practicals and a little bit of theory. The kind of girls that we get, young mothers that we get, some of them left school long time, and we want to instill these practicals into them, not so much theory. And by the time they leave, they're enough to capture the content and meet the world of work. Yes.
With the different challenges that they face, are there times where you faced difficulties? And if you could share one of those, especially in handling the different situations and what they have experienced?
In the interviews that we've had, and I shared earlier today, that we have a model where these young mothers come with their children. And one of the challenges is that some of these girls, some of these young mothers hate their children. They beat them. So we have to come in as a school to make sure that these girls love their children. It happened one time, I interviewed a girl and she was like, it's because of the father. So now they hate the children because of the men outside there. So it is one of the big challenges that we face. But we try so much to mitigate so that the mother and the child, then good relationship. Yes.
Okay, then also the skills that you offer these women, how sustainable are they even way beyond the school?
The sustainability is so much kind of clear because after here, of course, they go into the world of market, begin working, begin up businesses, their own businesses, of course, with some of with our support. Yes. And also this kind of sustainability is accompanied by follow-up. We do follow them up until, like you've seen these stories, success stories. So we follow them up to the ground, up to those villages where they intend to start up their lives from. Yes.
A call to action on how to continue to make this working, but also to empower more women in the education sector.
Yeah, I would love to call upon all Ugandans. This is all our work. The work that we are doing here is huge, that Central Girls cannot do it alone. There are many young women outside there. Some of them are lonely, some of them are being victimized, and I would love to tell us we shouldn't throw them away. We shouldn't cast them out of society. They are still citizens of this nation. They are still Ugandans. They can still be better if we all join hands. Yeah.
Amid its challenges, amid its problems, amidst all that we go through, there is always a way if we are willing to try. And from the principal, Mr. Magezi, we get to understand that there's nothing that comes easy. Even the slightest achievement has had so many challenges behind. But what can we do? We must keep the hope, we must keep resilient, and also call upon everyone to make a contribution in empowering as many young girls who continue to face challenges in society. Thank you so much, Mr. Magezi, for joining us.
You're welcome.
And we are happy to have you.
Thank you so much.
All right. young people continue to be at the lead of mentorship, role modeling, peer mentorship, among others. Now, we get to listen in from Sheila Aine Mbabazi, the president of Uganda National Students Association, but also who has been officiating as the chief guest on today's graduation at Center for Girls Vocational School. Would like to know from her perspective what it felt like to be in that position, but also her message to young girls and women out there in communities who are facing different challenges. And Sheila, hello, how are you?
I am alright. How are you, Christine?
I'm okay. We are happy to have you join us. Who is Sheila Aine Mbabazi?
I am privileged to be here. Thank you so much, Christine. Sheila is called Aine Mbabazi. Sheila, she comes from Chirura district, where she serves as the Secretary for Female Affairs and the National Youth Council. And Sheila is serving as the Vice Youth President of Victoria University. Sheila is the 36th UNSA President by the grace of the Lord, and many other things that maybe might take time if we talk about them. But most importantly, today, Sheila is the chief guest. Doctor.
Okay, amazing, amazing, Sheila. From your perspective, you hold so many hats, and briefly, if you could give us your status of women and girls, especially in terms of the education system and skilling, particularly as we talk of today. What is it like? Is it one that is admirable to you? Is it one that is progressing, or is it one that is faced with challenges?
In Uganda now, as we talk, when you go in the skilling side, when you go in business, when you go in family, when you go in the government, women have come up to take spaces. Actually, they are dominating. Of course, they are not more dominating than the men, but at least the numbers are promising as we speak. So today, what is happening here is, first of all, one of the things that are showing that women are coming up to grace themselves with skills, which is a very good thing, because personally I don't believe everyone should be a doctor or a lecturer. So if anyone, other person can be a tailor, another becomes a makeup artist, fashion stars, and women can do all those things very well. I was telling a friend I was stayed with during the time we were officiating this event today, that when women do so well, like for example today they said all the cohorts, they only have 3 dropouts, meaning that when women put their mind on doing something, they really take it up and do it very well. They don't start to stop most times. So in Uganda, I feel like what is happening here at Central Girls Vocational Skills School should be happening in every region, in every district actually, because we have many girls and ladies and women out there that need such opportunities to learn something, but maybe they don't get to learn them. Maybe some of them feel like they are not the right people to be learning these things. So what you're doing as youth wrestling on your team to create awareness is a very big tool to the community and to the society. So the picture of women in skilling is just taking shape in Uganda. It's not where we would want it to be, but it's just starting. It's starting to take shape. Women are starting to believe they can do something, they can learn. You know, sometimes people feel like they just can wake up one day and start tailoring. But you know, when you go through a course of learning something, you learn the value of it because you have learned it. You don't even learn only tailoring, you learn all the other skills that come with modules, you know. So when you go to school, that's something that adds on you. You know, you can learn from a friend seeing them tailor, but when you go and take up a course, it adds something new that you might not get when you just learn manually from there. So it's just taking shape. Yeah.
Getting to your message, what was your message tailored on, alive to the fact that we have young teenage mothers and women from different challenges?
This issue is talked about just like a word, but it's actually very dangerous that the highest percentage of the girls in Uganda that we have now are teenage mothers. When you go to the east and north of the country, it is even worse. So it is something that we need to address and go aggressively against, or also embrace. You know, I think in the past, teenage mothers used to be seen as people who have killed people. In the society, some of them would end up even killing themselves in the process. But I feel like certain things like these, to make those already fallen victims come on board and believe in themselves again and have confidence again and do something again. Because trust me, when your mother does not have confidence, you the child, you're not going to have the confidence, because you cannot give what you don't have. So us getting all those fallen victims and giving them hope again and skilling them like what is being done here is something that I look up to, that the government should come on board and really fund and make sure that it happens almost in every district, because in every district we have these people there, and there are so many. Because every time P1, when you see the statistics of education, people that start P1, they don't finish P7. Some percentage goes off, and the highest percentage is the girls. They are the ladies. When you go to high school, the people that start senior 1, they don't finish. Those ones that don't finish senior 6, the highest percentage of them are ladies, even university. So yes, this is what we have to do. The government, the church, local government, people there, well-wishers, people who have good hearts, who want to serve the country, to see Uganda in a better picture, should come on board and really do such things.
Thank you so much, and that was amazing. I also hope that within your office you continue to encourage but also inspire and call upon facilitation and support to these young women. We've been having Sheila Ainembabazi, who is the president of Uganda National Students Association, but also who has been the chief guest right here at Center for Girls Vocational School, sharing her story, inspiring girls to take on spaces, but also to know that once you have fallen, it's not the end of it all. You can still rise up and be able to make it. Thank you so much, Sheila. We hope to see you again.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. I want to leave you people who are watching with a quote that you can dodge all your responsibilities the way you want. You can dodge, you can decide to do nothing, but you cannot dodge the consequences of dodging your responsibilities.
Amazing. Thank you so much for that. Education is very key in any society for transformation and change. And today we are at Girls Center and looking at what contribution have they been able to put in the education system, but also what role does peer mentorship, does those that have been able to benefit from the same education system, way even outside the competence-based curriculum, but towards community sustainability and empowerment. And I'm joined by Dr. Maurice Muhwezi, who is the president of Ant Hill Foundation, who will be able to tell us what is Ant Hill Foundation and what is their role in empowering young girls and women towards this cause. Doctor, you're welcome to this conversation.
Thank you.
Yes.
In doing our job, we realized that there are areas that were easily forgettable. Forgettable, not just forgotten, but forgettable. People could easily forget them. And this area especially manifested itself during the time of COVID, the area of young mothers. Young mothers, people became mothers, possibly accidentally or unwantedly, so to speak. And we realize that they are still very important members of society. So leaving them behind would really relegate them to the gutters, and unfortunately. So we thought that we should do something that would give them a second chance, promote them in the skilling. So in that decision, we had friends from the United States who said, yes, we can support it. Catherine Mayhew and her husband Frank Mayhew were behind the formation of Ant Hill Foundation. So they were willing to support us. Unfortunately, Catherine died around that time, in 2023, I think. But Frank Mayhew was still willing to support us, and we have walked this whole journey with him. In fact, last year he came here to see what we are doing. So that's how we came in, to give a second chance to young mothers, people who became mothers unexpectedly.
Interesting. So, Doctor, you mentioned that you have been at the integral part of education
yes.
and run through a number of education programs
Yes.
to empower society.
Yes,
At a time where the government is fronting competence-based curriculum,
yes.
what more is this vocational institution doing to ensure that women and girls are particularly given education that is transformative, but also a second chance that puts them in the economy world?
Wonderful. Because we give them real skills. We of course, we cannot teach without giving theory, but most importantly, we offer skills. We started with the 4 you have heard about. Well, basically 2 plus 2 or plus 3, because the most important is beauty. Everybody wants to be beautiful. Possibly some of us who are old, but women want to be beautiful, and we need to produce people who can support them in that area. And secondly, tailoring and fashion. Everybody wants to dress, and people who provide the service basically are able to earn a living and also to support the children they give birth to. But let me also say this before I forget, that people, we may not only have people who have children who have become mothers, even others may need these skills. So we also allow some people who will join those who are mothers to also acquire the same skills in the same institute. Let me also say this before I forget, because people are going to say, hey, so you encourage girls to be pregnant. No, we don't encourage people to be pregnant. But when they become pregnant, doesn't mean that now they are useless and they should be relegated to the gutters. No, we know that they are still useful members of society and should be given a second chance to develop themselves and the entire economy.
So, Doctor, aware to the fact that most of these girls face different challenges,
Yes.
and these are young girls who perhaps have children or some do not have, how did you visualize the concept of having those that have the children, and how easy is it for you to actually incorporate them, balancing parenting, but also balancing having to understand the different skills that...
Wonderful question. The question is, how do we visualize them as the major component of this training? Yeah, because we knew the statistics started coming out. You remember during COVID, all you adults, you know, statistics started coming out. So actually, I remember a paper saying 4,000 people had become pregnant in one place. We said, hey, so now that they became pregnant, where are they going? And they are young. What are they going to do? So we said, no, something must be done to support them, acquire skills that can be of use for them as individuals and for their children, later on their parents and their community. That's how it came about. And it has, you have seen, and then you ask the question, what about their children? They may not be required in society, but yes, of course we support to give skills which they can use for self-sustainability and autonomy. But while they are here studying, we provide space for their babies. So they come with their babies here. And we provide all sorts of support for the babies, including accommodation, including bedding, including treatment when they fall sick, and feeding. So they are as comfortable as possible when they are here, because they are here with their children, and so they can study without being disrupted. Yes.
So issues around some of the things that stray way back from home,
Yes.
the mental issues
Yes.
that come along,
Yes.
and that feeling of perhaps this is not where I would have wanted to be
Yes.
in terms of what has happened to me.
Yes.
How are you able to maneuver and manage through all that?
No, now that you are talking to a psychologist, clinical psychologist,
Yes.
you are home. True. Most people don't understand that childbirth, in some cases, comes with trauma.
Yes.
So, and some of them come, the trauma is experienced in many ways. And the one we are talking about is the one which comes from the parents and the society, trying to, isolate somebody who has become pregnant because of, culture and tradition. Because we know that for somebody to be pregnant, they must be married and all this. So they are, in that way, they are traumatized. But on the other hand, giving birth also traumatizes. And remember, this is even a young person. They are young children, young girls, 14, 15, getting pregnant. And pregnancy traumatizes them. Yes, so the question you're asking is, how do we support them? I think that's where we have to be stronger. We have been having people to give them social support, but I think really we need to give them real therapy, psychological counseling, so they appreciate their situation and move along. But let me also say this, lest I should forget it.
Yes.
These girls start from here, but as you heard me say in my speech, this is not the end. They can do many other things. From here, they can proceed with their studies, and they can even specialize in the areas of their choice. I mean, you know that everybody wants to have a nice dress. Where do you think these big fashion fellows came from? Chanda, whatever the names you know in town.
Yes.
They came from small people, because big projects come from small ideas. So they can start from here, and if we're supported, they can become even more enterprising people. Yeah.
So the vision of Central Girls
Yes.
in terms of sustainability,
Yes.
and where you see yourselves perhaps 2 years, 4 years, 5
Yes.
years from now, and in relation to the composition that you have now,
Yes.
vis-a-vis what you intend to have later, what would be your comment on that?
I have said this before that true, most of the people we have now, we support them because our colleagues, Anti Foundation USA, has been raising funds for us, and we have also had friends support us. You have had people had us talk about the Rotary Club Kasangati and Sebastopol, so they have also supported us. But you see, this is a very good idea, but at one point in time, it may not be, it may end. But the school does not end. I think people can still come and pay for themselves. So that we have both tiers. A tier that pays for itself and a tier that is supported. So that we can run the school without a gap.
So in terms of continuity, again on an individual basis
Yes.
of these girls that you're able to train here,
Yes.
how is there a follow-up, or is it go follow the world and
No,
be able
yes.
to maneuver through?
Good question. I think we will continue to find out what they are doing, and where possible, we will support them. Yes.
But for those that have been here, are there those that you've been able to support, maybe financially, maybe starting
No,
up
not
with businesses?
financially, but materially.
Materially?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
and
that's
we-
amazing.
And we will continue to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So as a call to action, but also as a call to those who would be interested in supporting, but also because you're playing a complementary role to
Yes.
what the government is pushing.
Yes.
How strong can you emphasize more on the aspect of second chance, and particularly giving it to women?
The second chance is very important. You also had people say, but what about the young men? Yes, good question. And for sure, I support the idea. But let's start from where we are, right? We began with girls. We will go down to boys. But the question you're asking is, what call do I make? First of all, to the parents. Parents out there should realize that when their daughters become pregnant, most times it's not because they want, but has happened to them. But that does not make them less children or human. So they should give them an opportunity to proceed. Number two, to schools and institutions, people who become pregnant remain human beings, and these institutions should support them. I know for sure that when a child gets pregnant in a secondary school or even a primary school, they throw them out. And I think we should reconsider that idea, because it's really not, it doesn't help. Because you see, we lose.
Yes.
We lose the labor. We lose the resource, a human resource. So if by simply throwing them out because they have had children, it does not help the country and the economy.
Yes.
Third, our government should support girls even when they have become mothers. Whether they have chosen or they haven't, they are still important for the economy. We don't have many people, by the way. I will say that we don't have many people as a country.
Yes.
People think that we are overpopulated. We are not.
Mm.
So we need to have, when people have come, let us welcome them into our fold.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Sustainable Development Goal number 4 does emphasize the need for quality education. Schools such as vocational institutions, secondary schools, and higher institutions of learning continue to play a very, very fundamental role in ensuring that we uplift and change society standards. Right here at Central Girls Vocational School, joined by Dr. Muhwezi, we get to understand why we need to ensure that skilling is one of that is actually emphasized, and particularly giving second chance to a young girl out there, perhaps a teen mother or anyone that is not able to afford education. Because when we do this, we transform communities. When we do this, we transform lives, but we also contribute towards the socio-economic transformation. Thank you so much, Doctor, for joining us, and it's been amazing listening from you, and I pray that God continues to protect you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.